In the heart of the serene hills where mist met the sky, the day broke with a gentle hue. A perfect silence draped itself over the landscape, interrupted only by the melody of chirping birds and the rustle of the leaves. These were the sweet serenades of nature. Nested in this tranquil haven was a retreat center called the Sanctuary of Stillness, a hallowed ground where souls from all walks of life converged to seek solace, rejuvenation, and inner transformation. Here, the profoundness of meditation and relaxation practices was unfolded with patience and compassion. The story begins with Kalina, who had dedicated her life to the art of meditation and mindfulness. A sought-after teacher, Kalina had a presence as calm and inviting as the gentle ripples of a pond. Her journey, marked by deep introspection and passionate learning, saw her travel across continents, from the whispers of Himalayan winds to the tranquil sands of the Egyptian desert, gathering wisdom and techniques that spanned various eras and cultures. Kalina believed that meditation was not merely a practice but a sanctified way of being, a mindful engagement with every moment that life presented. Her philosophy of teaching was rooted in the understanding that relaxation and meditation were personal journeys, requiring guidance, yet thriving on personal exploration and experience. As the morning unfolded, participants from diverse backgrounds gathered at the sacred grove, an open-air space embraced by age-old trees whose roots and branches seemed to cradle the very essence of tranquility. They were drawn to Kalina's sessions, each seeking something unique, be it peace, clarity, healing, or inspiration. Kalina would often begin her sessions by sharing her wisdom, weaving her words with the tenderness of a soothing lullaby that cradled the soul. Meditation, she would say, is the art of silencing the chaos within and tapping into the sacred stillness that dwells in every heart. It is the gentle unfolding of self-awareness, where each breath becomes a gateway to understanding and every thought a chance for discovery. Her methodical approach to teaching began with simplicity. Grounded in the belief that sensitivity to one's immediate reality was crucial, she encouraged everyone to engage in mindful breathing exercises. The participants began this practice by closing their eyes, anchoring themselves to the present through the simple act of focusing on their breath, observing the inhale, respecting the exhale, and relishing the pause in between. It was this foundational practice that slowly dismantled the barriers between the external noise and their internal world. Kalina's retreats were unique in their embrace of variety. She integrated techniques as diverse as progressive muscle relaxation, visualization, and mantra meditation, blending these practices to provide a comprehensive meditative experience. Each technique served as a tool, shaping a broader skill set designed to cultivate mental clarity and emotional resilience. Visualization exercises were particularly impactful for her students. She often guided them through verdant landscapes or serene seascapes, where they would visualize a journey that symbolized their personal path to peace and healing. Her voice, soft yet filled with conviction, urged them to paint their consciousness with the colors of serenity, to feel the sway of the imaginary breezes, to touch the soft foliage, and to immerse in the warmth of the unseen sun. Relaxation is a sacred state, Kalina would muse, not merely the absence of stress, but a profound alignment with peace. She considered relaxation to be the precursor to deeper meditation, an unwinding that slowly deflated the inflated bag of worries and tension. Her stance was that relaxation techniques were ancient companions to meditation, providing a fertile ground for the deeper work of the mind. During one such session, while the afternoon sun created playful shadows, Kalina introduced the practice of Yoga Nidra, a guided meditation that induced complete physical, mental, and emotional relaxation. Her gentle instructions led them through various stages of consciousness, encouraging them to tread the space between waking and sleeping, an exploration of thought and dream. As the participants lay comfortably on their mats, they experienced a symphony of stillness, their bodies heavy yet unburdened, and their minds resting on the precipice of silence, traversing dimensions often veiled by the waking state. As the days stretched into nights, the participants began to notice subtle changes. The restless thoughts that once intruded upon their minds began to lose their grip. An atmosphere of calm embraced their waking hours, and their reflections revealed a clearer, more focused mind. Kalina's practice led them not only through individual techniques, but also on a journey through the diverse traditions of meditation, each offering unique insights and methods, yet converging on a single truth: the unity of being. Kalina had created a labyrinth of self-discovery, where each path and twist provided an opportunity for insight and growth. She encouraged her students to journal their experiences, to put into words their newfound understandings or unresolved queries. Reflection, she believed, was the key to integration, taking ephemeral sensory experiences of meditation and cementing them into intellectual and spiritual realization. Kalina also emphasized the importance of connecting with nature, a meditation practice itself, one which required no sacred text or ritual, but demanded simplicity and presence. Walks through the forest became sacred observances of life, encouraging participants to engage with the world around them with mindfulness. Each rustle, each call of a distant bird became a mantra in itself. In the evenings, stories of renowned sages and examples from sacred texts evoked a newfound appreciation for the timeless quest for enlightenment. Kalina was not just a teacher, but a storyteller, bridging ancient wisdom with contemporary life. One evening, settled by the soft glow of lanterns, she recounted the tale of a Buddhist monk who sought truth through silence, emphasizing how each step and standstill on the pilgrim's journey was an act of meditation, an unfurling of understanding and grace. The retreat was structured not only around practice, but imbued with periods of noble silence, where participants were encouraged to refrain from speaking, allowing the mind to settle further into the state of equanimity. In the embrace of silence, they found camaraderie, a shared presence that transcended words and forged deep connections. As the final day of the retreat neared, Kalina conducted a closing ritual of gratitude, a ceremony honoring not just the inward journey, but also the shared spiritual adventure that each student embarked upon. Expressions of gratitude were shared, and even tears of release, joy, and newfound freedom. Arm in arm, they embraced not only each other, but the depths of healing, the potential of realized dreams, and the sanctity of the moment. As Kalina stood before them for the last time, she reflected on what the retreat had unfurled. Each participant, having walked through their personal veil of limitations and doubt, had stepped into a broader world of potential, their spiritual selves renewed. Meditative practices, far from being a mere abstraction or optional respite, stood now as anchors in their lives, gifting them the equilibrium with which to dance through life's vicissitudes expertly. The Sanctuary of Stillness had achieved its purpose, layering the seeds of mindfulness and relaxation and watering them generously with Kalina's guidance. As the participants departed, they carried with them not only memories and skills, but also a quietly resilient flame of peace. They had learned that meditation was not a mere refuge, it was a doorway to a grander existence, a state of being where life's rhythm and their breath danced in seamless harmony. Kalina, her heart full with yet another group's successful transition, turned her gaze to the horizon. With mindful breath, she whispered to the winds a silent prayer of gratitude for the wisdom that paved her journey. She knew that the cycles of teaching and learning were inexhaustible, ever reflecting life's rhythm. And tomorrow, the doors of the Sanctuary of Stillness would open once more, welcoming new seekers, ready to walk the path of inner peace and profound understanding.